Today I'm going to show you guys how to use the DJI OSMO Mobile SE. So let's go over all of the attachments that come with the kit. So first of all, you have your DJI OSMO. You have a stand that comes underneath. Well, you can also grip it from the bottom, or you can grip this from here. So this one actually just screws in like this. It's pretty straightforward. If you want to screw this one in, so that you can put it on as a stand. Nice little attachment, pretty straightforward. Okay, the next attachment that you get is actually this piece right here. You can only put it on one way. It's magnetic, and as you can see, the notches right there and this notch. So basically you go like that. It'll snap in, and then you can attach a phone onto it. But I'm going to show you guys how this comes apart. It's pretty simple, obviously. Just open it up like that, and then it'll be kind of loose and free-flowing. Now you might ask how to put it back together. Well, it's actually pretty straightforward. If you look right there on those shiny little white dots, you have to line them up together like that. And then these ones right up here, as you can see, those two white ones, once you line them up, you hold it together and then you can close it. And it'll line up. There you go. And it'll click in, and then you have it locked. So that's how to put it together, pretty straightforward. So the next thing I want to show you guys is the charger. This is the charging port right here. You need a USB-C. So we're going to plug it in just so you guys can see that it charges. So once you plug it in, it's going to start flashing green. That means that it is charging. It'll display how much charge it has. Once it stops flashing, that means it's fully charged. Obviously, it has 3 battery settings. So if it's red, that means it's very low battery. Orange or yellow means it's medium. And if it's green, that means it's pretty much fully charged. If you plug this in, this is some troubleshooting. If you plug this one in and it doesn't do anything, it doesn't charge, it doesn't turn on, it means you have a dead unit. Do not attempt to disassemble it or anything like that, because you'll break it and then you'll have no warranty. So it's best to just return it, get a refund or a warranty, because your unit is most likely defective if this does not come on. So anyways, let's unplug this. And next, I'm going to show you guys how to properly mount a phone. This is actually extremely important. A lot of people don't like it. It might sound so simple. How do you mount a phone to it? But there's actually a specific procedure to it. And the reason why is because, well, this is actually all about balance. So here's the wrong way to mount it. Most of the time you're going to be like, okay, well, how do you mount it? I'm just gonna take this off quick. How do you mount it? You know, you just put it on, right? Like that. You just put it on. And then you open it, and that's it. And you have it mounted. Well, this is actually incorrect, because if you mount it like this, with this mounting piece down here on your phone, it will not be balanced properly. Once you turn on the unit, this will actually not sit properly. Like, it will not focus. It'll basically just drop like that. You guys won't be able to get it turned on properly and running. It'll just constantly fail, because these motors inside here, they will not be able to hold the weight and counteract it if the phone is so low like that, or, you know, if it's kind of sitting up there. So make sure that it is like this. It's in the center. If you have buttons or something like that, well, just go over them. It's okay. It has little notches. Make sure that it's in the middle, like that. So sometimes you might have buttons that get in the way, but just like that, make sure it's in the middle. That's very, very important. So the next thing I'm going to show you guys is obviously how to turn it on. In order to turn it on, you press and you hold the M button until it powers on, and then it'll turn on. Pretty straightforward. So once you guys got the unit powered on, I'm going to show you guys exactly how to pair the Bluetooth. It should automatically jump into this mode right here, where it's basically sitting properly and not doing anything weird. So you're going to go into your DJI Mimo app. You can download it on the Play Store. Unfortunately, this app will probably not work. There's some problem with it. So if you are getting this screen or some error or whatever, you can't even get in it, don't worry about that. Don't even bother using this app. You should be able to just pair it in your Bluetooth. So go into your Bluetooth settings, and you're gonna search for this one right here, OMSE-401YJR. This one's already connected, obviously. So if you're connected already, great. If you're not connected, I'm going to show you guys how to pair it. So I'm going to unpair. I'm going to jump out. There, see? Now we're currently not paired because, as you can see, this light is kind of different even. So when you go into your Bluetooth, whatever phone you're using, it's going to hopefully say available devices. And you just tap. It's going to pair. Sure, we'll allow it to use contacts and call logs. It doesn't really matter. This doesn't really affect it, but we're going to pair it. It'll connect. Boom, connected. So once you got it connected, it's pretty straightforward. I'm going to show you guys next what all the buttons do. Obviously, I'm going to go into the camera for my phone, and I'm going to use a little car right here, for you guys so you can see exactly what it's filming. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what all the buttons do. So first things first, this is quite important. This one right here allows you to go up, down. So see, this allows you to go, well, up. This is down, this is right, this is left, obviously. It's pretty straightforward. I'm going to go into my video right there. So depending on which model phone you have, some of these buttons may actually not be functional to your phone. So it really depends what you have. But for example, if you press this button once, it'll basically turn the front camera and rear camera on. So it'll switch between the two. If you take this button and you double tap it, press it twice, it'll actually take the screen and flip it vertical to horizontal. So that's what that does. There is a third option, basically to like triple tap, and it'll open up a whole bunch of different other settings, but unfortunately this phone does not support it. You also have a zoom over here on the left side, up and down. But again, this phone doesn't support it. But if you have those functions, it's pretty straightforward. Next, I'm going to show you guys what's on the back over here. So there is this button right here. If you double tap it, the phone will snap back into its normal position. So let's say you're kind of like filming something down. All you do is double tap on the back and it'll snap the phone up so that you're back into normalized position. Next, I'm going to show you guys what this button does. So right now, this phone is kind of in this weird, what do you call it? So if I'm trying to film something like this, left, right, basically you're going to see that it kind of wobbles, but it wobbles in every direction. Because as you can see over here, this little white circle over here, it allows you to wobble in every single direction. If you tap this once, it's going to go into this hula hoop, which basically keeps control like this, but not like this. Because you see this little circle or whatever, it allows you to spin in a circle basically. So circle, but not up and down. Up and down, it'll stay. Next, this one allows you to kind of have movement all over the place. It'll be very fluid. And this last one, same thing. If you go like this, it'll allow you to have motion like that, but not like this. We're gonna go back into this setting. Another one that's actually really important is this button on the back over here. If you press and you hold it, so I'm gonna press and I'm gonna hold now, no matter what you do with the gimbal, it is gonna hold focus on that item right there, no matter what, as long as you hold it, and it'll keep focus. So let's say you're moving around and you're trying to film something really like fast speed, you're moving around. Like in this camera, you guys probably can't see how smooth it is, but in this camera, extremely smooth. So if you're trying to focus on something, press and hold that button. It's pretty straightforward. Okay, so we've removed the other phone and we're using our primary phone. Now I'm gonna show you guys kind of the motion of the gimbal itself. It's pretty straightforward. And the next test that we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna go outside. I'm gonna show you guys how it functions upside down, kind of like filming stuff on a very low angle, how it films moving really quickly, how it films horizontally, and the running and stabilization of, for example, myself going up or down the stairs. It's pretty great. So watch this, we're gonna go outside. Okay guys, so next I'm gonna show you how it functions upside down, low, fast, horizontal, and with running really quickly up and down the stairs. So first, here's the floor. So if you get really, really low, obviously you wanna film a really low angle. This is it, we're pretty much at the floor, and that's the limit. That's how much you can film down low. So let's say you have a car or something in front of you, you can kind of film pretty nicely down low. It's actually pretty impressive. Not bad. I know this is just stupid concrete or whatever, but hey, this is what you can do. Next, I'm gonna show you guys how it moves around really fast. Let's say, if we're moving around really quickly, even though I am moving pretty quickly right now, as you guys can see in the mirror, it actually does pretty well, even though I am not holding that button, one of those buttons on the back. So it actually functions pretty well. The horizontal is great, obviously. So now we're gonna flip to vertical. You guys are probably gonna see the camera in a little weird position, but if you can flip your head, you'll still see it. So there we go. It's pretty good for the stabilization, vertical. So there we go, okay. And now we're gonna test the running stabilization up and down. So I'm gonna take that button that I showed you guys earlier on the back, and we're gonna use that. So here we go. I'm just gonna run up the stairs, or down the stairs, and I'm gonna hold that button. Ready? Let's go. So see, it's gonna film me. It's gonna focus on me as the target because I'm holding that button. It's pretty impressive, right? Crazy, right? Look at this. Very nice. And then we snap back. Boom. Honestly, the stabilization is great. In my opinion, very nice. So, wow, that was pretty tiring. So, we're going down now. And let's test the stabilization coming down. Ready? And go. Oh, can't go that way. So, obviously, because of the hand right over here, it cannot flip it that way. It can only flip it this way. So, unfortunately, I will have to turn it around all the way, as much as possible, and hold it like this. It definitely has its limits, but it does have a nice view. All right, let's test this one last time. Ready? And go. It's not bad. All right, let's go back inside. Okay, one final thing we forgot to do is to test the upside down feature. So right now we are facing upwards. So I'm gonna take this thing and I'm gonna flip it upside down. 3, 2, 1. So you guys probably don't see it, but whoa, it just flipped the whole camera upside down. So as you guys can see in the shadow, I am right now upside down. Look at that. It's upside down. And now we're right side up. So this thing has a great upside down feature if you're trying to film upside down. Don't know why, but hey, if you need it, it does work. But yeah, this is a great gimbal. Works amazing. So if you guys are looking for one, just go on Amazon, go on the DJI website. You can find one. It's pretty straightforward. I'll probably even put a link in the description so you guys can see where you can buy it. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.